Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's well and welcome back for some more hardcore hogging tips here on the channel. Today we're going to talk about some hard-earned tips that I've learned over the years on the brush hog and give you guys some, I'm going to show you guys some modifications, 3 or 4 different modifications that you can do to them to get more bites under different situations. I think it's going to add up to some few more fish for you guys. And real quick, if you guys are interested in any of these brush hogs or any soft plastics, man, you guys know I'm working with Bait Works here in Springfield. They got every freaking soft plastic bait known to man. I'll include the Bait Works link in the description. It's a great way to help the channel out here if you want to use that link to get you some baits. Okay guys, let's talk about the brush hog here. You know, the brush hog, man, this is probably one of the most well-known creature baits on the planet. I mean, this thing's been catching bass for, man, it's got to be 25 years now. It's been around forever. And everyone uses it. I mean, everyone uses a brush hog out there, or they use some type of a knockoff of the brush hog. It's sort of like the beaver, same type of a deal. The baits like the brush hog and the beaver are true creature baits. They produce constantly. They're good back then, they're good now. They're just very versatile, good to use in a wide range of situations. But I'm going to show you guys, there's some things that you can do to a brush hog to get more bites under certain or different situations with them. I'm going to show you guys how to modify them a little bit to meet that situation. I've got quite a few. First, like I said, the first thing you guys can do, you guys that have watched the channel know this, the first thing, and this is the basic 101 modification, is you just start out with all your plastics by roughing them up real good. Now, some plastics, you know, have more salt than others. I consider the Zoom product line to have sort of like moderate salt in it. Some of the baits like Yamamoto's have a ton of salt in them, and others don't have much at all. But by roughing the bait up, right off the bat, you change the color presence. So you notice the difference here. This is the same bait, and you can see by roughing it up, you know, just what it does to the appearance a little bit. Makes it a little bit more wounded, gives it a little bit more lively action, softens it up a little bit. I do that on all of them straight off the bat. Next modification you can do on the brush hog, a lot of people like the legs. You see they're connected here, attached. I've heard both sides of the story. A lot of people like them as like a keel going down. But guys, I always take mine and I bite them off here, or I pull these appendages loose like that, because now after you pull them off, you know, you got these things with a wiggle a little bit. It's an added strike attractor. That's another thing I do. Next thing I do with them is the side leg here that they have here. I always, almost all the time, I don't care if I'm, you know, Texas rigging this thing or fishing on a football head jig trailer. This is a great football head jig trailer, by the way. Is I take my scissors and I usually make 1 or 2 cuts down the side of them here. Show you guys here, sort of like that. It's got them separate a little bit like that. I'll go and do the other one here. I'll show you the modification at the end compared to the other one. What this does, again, there's a couple different reasons I do this. Number one, it gives it a different look. Number two, it breaks up some of the mass of the plastic to have less of that gets in the way of a hook set to impede the action, and it gives it something different. So here's the difference on the two between it. You got the cut up appendages, or excuse me, the cut up flapper on the side. You got the appendages separated. You got it roughed up. That's one. Okay, the next one, guys, one of the favorite things I like to do to it is the tentacles that you guys have here on the bottom, this big tentacle thing. This is one of the things that really is a big strike attractant to the brush hog, because it takes very little movement to get these legs flapping, which I really like. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll come up to the top and I simply pinch that thing off. Just take it off. And you have this type of creature bait here with it. This is something, the person that got me on this was Basil Bacon. You guys, a lot of you guys may know Basil. He almost won an FLW tournament on Lake Wheeler by fishing the brush hog like this, flipping and pitching it. So a lot of times, you know, if I feel like a brush hog's a little bit too much, a little bit too big and bulky, is I'll take it and I'll just get rid of those legs on the thing completely. Sometimes I'll even get rid of the tentacles on it. So you've got some type of a creature looking bait like that. Sometimes that's a really good bait. Pitch and flip around bushes, flooded cover, that type of stuff. So anyway, guys, that's just a few basic modifications that I do to a brush hog. I do fish it just out of the box, you know, rather than rough. Sorry guys, had a little glitch in the video there. I had to restart it. I tell you how low tech I am. I can't even edit on my cell phone if I have a mistake like that. I just have to roll completely through it. But anyway, what I was saying is I do use it, you know, just straight out of the box a lot of times, other than just roughing it up like that. I prefer to use it if I can get away with it, just the whole brush hog like that, because it's such a big bait. It attracts a big bite. But there's sometimes that, you know how bass fishing is, sometimes the bass, you have to match their mood and personality. Sometimes you can't force feed them what you want to do. And one of the things I found out about fishing soft plastics is you can make modifications to those soft plastics and a lot of times get a lot more bites. Not only get bites, but some modifications will help you hook the bass better. So anyway, I think it's going to help you guys get a few more fish in the boat. Again, thanks for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button. That'd be much appreciated, and we'll talk later.